I hear you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now live at 4 on this Tuesday. Susan's back. A little more work on your arm.
My arm is morphing on a weekly basis. This is this week's attractive-looking device. I ended up having to have surgery on my wrist last Friday. So hopefully now I just have to let it heal. We're starting all over again. And maybe by this time next week, I'll have another one you can sign or something like that.
With a logo on there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad you're back.
Now I'm like the bionic woman. I got a nice piece of titanium in there. Could drive some nails with my wrist.
Good luck going through the airport.
Yeah,
metal
exactly.
detectors.
Exactly.
Well, I'm glad you're back. And
oh, thanks.
At least on one foot,
yes.
not both.
Yes, thank you.
Here's what's making news on this Tuesday. The Dane County exec comes up with a plan to help pay for more staff at the Henry Vila Zoo. Amanda Quintana is there, and she'll have the details.
Authorities are detailing what happened inside a Beaver Dam home over the weekend that left a woman dead and her ex-husband behind bars.
And surprising developments in the case against actor Jesse Smollett. Prosecutors drop all the charges against him.
Let's take a look outside today. It was a beautiful day, and it's going to get warmer and sunnier from here.
Yep, they're getting ready to get out in the field. I don't think quite yet. It's a little wet out there, but tomorrow is going to be the nicest day of the week. And here's the nicest meteorologist we have in the backyard patio, Dana Fulton. Things are looking good.
Yeah, things are looking great. I mean, Gary's pretty nice, too. He's pretty okay. Now, we have a nice sunny sky for us this evening today. It really felt pretty seasonal and spring-like outside. As you mentioned, though, of course, the ground's still a little wet. A lot of mud out there if you're trying to get your steps in later on today. I was out in the park earlier and came back with a very muddy puppy. Our Doppler track right now is very quiet. It's going to stay calm for us. It's 48 degrees currently in Madison. Now, there is a bit of a breeze, as you can notice. It's coming from the southwest, though, about 9 miles per hour. So there's a little wind chill, a few degrees cooler than where actual temperatures are at. But again, that warmer air coming from the south helping our temperatures climb to right at average, if not a degree or two above for some areas. Bosqueville right now at about 50 degrees. In the last 24 hours, we've changed just a little bit, about 5 degrees warmer for Madison. Again, that breeze anywhere from 8 to 15 miles per hour for us as we head into this evening. It will be a little calmer for us overnight, and we are looking at temperatures, of course, after the sun sets to start dropping for us, but we'll at least hold on to the 40s until sunset happens, about 35 though by 10 o'clock. Tomorrow we are expecting warmer air in place, and our temperatures will be much higher for your afternoon, but we're going to take a look at that full forecast in just a second. Right now, here's the belt line at Rimrock Road. Both east and westbound sides actually seem to be going along pretty smoothly at this time. Not seeing any major delays along the belt line nor downtown. Of course, it is still early in the evening. We'll see how things play out over the next few hours around Janesville, and 3990 all looking okay right now. Now, if you're heading from Verona to the belt line, it's just 5 minutes, 7 minutes from Oregon to the belt line, and 4 from Springfield to University Avenue. If you're heading eastbound now. From Janesville to the Beltline, about 26 minutes, 17 minutes from Sauk City to Middleton, and then southbound Sun Prairie to downtown, about a 15-minute drive for you this evening. And it is going to be a nice evening. You can hear the birds outside. There's a nice little breeze. It certainly feels like spring out here on the patio.
I was just going to say, the birds are very happy back there.
They're very loud. There's a few of them up there.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Dana. First at 4, Dane County leaders are making another announcement in the Henry Vila Zoo controversy.
Tonight, the Public Works Committee will vote to spend more money on the zoo this year, adding more staff. The contract between the county and their fundraising partner, the Zoological Society, expires on Sunday. Amanda Quintana is live at the zoo with all the details today. Amanda?
Yes, well, today, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi repeated the message that he's told us before. He says visitors who come to the zoo will get the same exact experience. It will stay free. He was joined by county zoo staff today here at the zoo, explaining that the changes that are being made are going to be behind the scenes. The county will vote to pass 2 resolutions tonight, one asking for more money to add 9 staff members to take care of the animals, something that the Association of Zoos and Aquariums said the zoo needed to do. And 2, to hire another concession operator. The county will also hire a consultant, a national expert who can tell them how other zoos handle their partnerships with fundraising organizations. Parisi saying it's time to end their relationship with their longtime partners, the Zoological Society.
Continuing to do something one way, just because that's the way we've always done it, is not how we should be doing business. We will engage in this process because at the end of the day, I have a responsibility to my community. a responsibility to do what's best for our zoo, not necessarily what's easiest.
A 100-year relationship is really ending in about 4 weeks' time. And we've just been really confused as to why. Up until the time the county decided to change the operating structure, we've really seen a successful partnership.
Parisi said the county did offer jobs to people who currently work in concessions and grounds that are employed by the society. After getting advice from the consultant, they plan to request proposals from nonprofits to become their new fundraising partner. Now, Parisi says he expects the Zoological Society to be one of those organizations that puts forward a proposal. But Amy Supple, who you just heard from, she tells me that will be very difficult since on Sunday they won't have any employees and they really won't be a functioning operation when it comes to the 31st, and that contract expires.
All right, Amanda Quintana reporting live from the zoo. Thank you. And we should also mention that WISC-TV has a joint marketing agreement with the Friends of the Henry Vila Zoo, which includes various things like sponsorship of zoo events and the weather camera that you see on the air.
Amanda, thank you. A second Dane County judge has blocked a portion of Republican-backed laws limiting the powers of the Democratic governor and attorney general. Judge Frank Remington blocked language that requires the attorney general to get legislative approval before settling cases. His order stems from a lawsuit by unions that argued the laws steal power from the executive branch.
The man charged with killing his ex-wife in Beaver Dam over the weekend appeared in court today. Prosecutors say Ulysses Medina Espinosa shot Stacy Hollinshead after she dropped off their daughter at Espinosa's parents' home. That's according to court documents. Espinosa's mother witnessed the incident and shouted, "He killed her," when police arrived. Hollinshead was an assistant state's attorney in Illinois. She had sole custody of their daughter, but they often went to Beaver Dam to visit the grandparents. Espinosa allegedly showed up at the home unannounced and had become more erratic ever since he lost custody. That's according to court documents. Cash bond was set at $2 million.
Calling it a whitewash of justice, the police chief and the mayor of Chicago slammed prosecutors for dropping all charges against actor Jussie Smollett. The Empire actor addressed reporters after a surprise hearing this morning. Hillary Lane has the latest.
Empire actor Jussie Smollett is no longer facing a 16-count indictment after Cook County prosecutors dropped the felony case against him.
And I would also like to thank the state of Illinois for attempting to do what's right.
A grand jury indicted Smollett on charges for staging a hate crime and filing a false police report after claiming 2 masked white men attacked him and tied a noose around his neck last January.
I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one.
Investigators said the actor hired 2 brothers to assault him because he was unhappy with his salary on the show. Neither brother was charged. Smollett's attorney criticized the way police handled the case.
It allowed the state to investigate and to bring charges and not to jump ahead and utilize the press to convict people before they are tried in a court of law.
In a statement, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office said after reviewing all of the facts and circumstances of the case, including Mr. Smollett's volunteer service in the community, we believe this outcome is a just disposition and appropriate resolution to this case. Chicago's police chief says Smollett should want his day in court to clear his name.
Do I think justice was served? No. Where do I think justice is? I think this city is still owed an apology.
Smollett agreed to forfeit his $10,000 bond, but the mayor of Chicago says there's an ethical cost.
People that of all walks of life and backgrounds, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation. Now this casts a shadow of whether they're telling the truth, and he did this all in the name of self-promotion.
Smollett, who is openly gay, says he's ready to put his real-life drama behind him and get back to work. Hillary Lane, CBS News, New York.
Smollett was cut from the final episodes of Empire this season. Today, 20th Century Fox issued a statement saying that it's gratified that all of the charges against him have been dismissed.
President Trump's national emergency declaration to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border cleared a big hurdle today. The House voted and failed to overturn President Trump's veto of a resolution to block the national emergency for his southern border wall. While Democrats remain united in opposition, they did not have the two-thirds majority needed for a veto. The Department of Defense revealed this week it is shifting $1 billion to build 57 miles of fencing at the border in Yuma, Arizona and El Paso, Texas. Democratic lawmakers say they object to the Defense Department's move, and even some Republicans are pushing back.
To look at the Pentagon as sort of a piggy bank / slush fund where you can simply go in and grab money for something when you need it really undermines the credibility of the entire DoD budget.
We have bipartisan support for the fact that our military budget should not be cannibalized for our border security needs. However, we have bipartisan disagreement on how to accomplish that, because I believe that Congress needs to fund closing the border.
The White House says it wants a total of $6.1 billion in military money from anti-drug funds and military construction projects. The White House still faces legal challenges to the emergency declaration, which must be resolved in the courts.
Just days after the anniversary of the Affordable Care Act becoming law, the Trump administration filed a legal motion to have the law completely struck down. In a legal filing yesterday, the Justice Department sided with a federal judge who ruled the Affordable Care Act unconstitutional based on the insurance mandate. Should that ruling stand, the entire law would be struck down. Currently, nearly 20 million Americans rely on the law for coverage, and millions more benefit from the law's patient protections, including allowing a young adult to stay on your health plan until age 26.
The Republican Party will soon be known as the party of health care. You watch.
They say they're going to protect pre-existing conditions as a benefit, pre-existing condition as a benefit, and then they go to court to strip it and strip the whole bill.
The case is currently pending in the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in Louisiana, where a ruling could be months away. It's likely the ruling will be appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Help for the homeless population in Rock County could soon be on the way.
Both the city and its residents are suggesting ideas for housing, and Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette with one local man's idea to help the homeless. Adam?
Well, Mark and Susan, those who work with the homeless in Rock County say the population has grown to be about 350 people, all looking for a place to go. And earlier in 2019, Richard Snyder, a local craftsman, suggested building tiny homes as a way to do just that, to give the homeless population some transitional housing. And since then, he says he's gotten thousands of dollars in donations and support, and was even gifted a plot of land in which he would build those tiny homes. And he says, while it might be a little unorthodox, he feels like using tiny homes as transitional housing is a plan that could work.
For one individual, a homeless person, it would be ideal compared to sharing a bunk with 10 others in a large room. I mean, this would give somebody that personal, private feeling and transitional living, as well as a 600 square foot home for a young couple, you know, or anybody in need.
The city of Janesville also has its own plan to target homeless housing, in which they would partner with a local nonprofit, Community Action Incorporated, to build smaller scale homes that could house 1 to 2 people. You'll hear more about their plan coming up tonight at 6.
We will see you then. Adam Dexter reporting live from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Still to come tonight on Live at 4, the number of measles cases continues to climb across the country.
And one county in New York is taking drastic measures to stop its spread. We'll tell you what they're doing when Live at 4 continues. Welcome back. Officials in one New York county have declared a health emergency to deal with an ongoing measles outbreak.
They are banning unvaccinated people under 18 from public spaces. Anyone under 18 who has not received the MMR vaccine against the disease will be barred from entering public spaces in Rockland County for 30 days or until they receive the vaccination. 151 cases of the highly contagious virus have been reported since October, mostly in an Orthodox Jewish community. New York State currently allows religious exemptions for the measles vaccine.
There will not be law enforcement or deputy sheriffs asking for your vaccination records. That is ridiculous. However, if you are found to be in violation of this declaration, your case will be referred to the district attorney's office.
Officials say violating the temporary declaration could mean a $500 fine and 6 months in jail.
Stocks broke a 5-day losing streak as worries about the recession fade. The Dow Industrials gained 140 points, ending the day at 25,657. The NASDAQ Composite Index added almost 54. The S&P 500 was up 20. Well, the journey for those families dealing with cancer is often a difficult one.
Charlotte DeLeste is here with us today with the story of a new organization whose mission is to keep hope alive. It's Do Something Good. Hi, Charlotte.
Hello. So this is a beautiful love story. And in this love story, there is heartbreak and there is loss. But from the loss comes a fire to do something good, simply because of a promise made.
Good boy, Luch.
For many people, dogs are their children.
That's a good boy. Good girl, Llama.
Their family. An undeniable truth for Beth Vinny and her Great Pyrenees Tundra, her new Famara, and her other Great Pyr, Luciana.
They are very bonded to their family and to those that they feel that they need to protect. And they are known as a gentle giant with a very kind soul and extremely intelligent.
But there's one dog Beth remains bonded to and always will be.
Czar had me at hello when I first saw him at 4 weeks old.
Czar was Beth's first peer.
He was very noble. He was very regal. He was kind. He was generous. He had a lot of pride.
That pride especially came to light when he was part of the Pet Pals program at what was then called UW Children's Hospital, visiting the littlest patients battling big illnesses.
Some of them were terminal in nature, and Czar treated them with the utmost respect and kindness.
Years later, Czar faced his own battle.
Those were not the words I expected to hear that day, is that your dog has bone cancer.
Veterinarians amputated Czar's rear leg and began chemotherapy. 19 months after the diagnosis, Czar crossed the Rainbow Bridge, but not before Beth made him one last promise.
And I promised that I would never stop fighting to help find a cure or to help other families and companion animals and dogs that had traveled this extraordinarily difficult journey. Cancer sucks, and we need to find a cure.
Welcome to the Czar's Promise.
5 years later, Beth and other volunteers founded the nonprofit Czar's Promise.
Cancer better watch out because we are working hard.
This committee of 15 worked so hard creating a foundation like none other in the entire country with a 3-prong, all-local mission. Provide funding for canine and pediatric cancer research, and offer emotional as well as financial support to families whose companion animals, dogs and cats, can't afford treatment.
We see these cancers that pop up and, hey, gosh, they're the same cancers that people get.
Dr. Shu is treating Candy, who has lymphoma. She'll be receiving her second round of chemo thanks to Czar's Promise.
It was a big burden off of us, I guess. That was our biggest concern, was the financial part, because it's expensive for this. Oh, we're super grateful.
So grateful for it.
Candy's in remission, living beyond what was initially expected without any interventions.
If you believe in them, they can believe in themselves. If you don't give them hope, they can't have hope in themselves.
And Czar's Promise is about inspiring hope.
Hope for more time, hope for more memories, hope for a cure.
Cancer sucks. I know, but that doesn't mean we can't fight.
A promise made, a promise kept. with Czar leading that fight from the other side of the Rainbow Bridge.
He was a confidant. He was a trusted companion. He was a one in a million for sure.
Beth and all of you fabulous founding committee members, thank you for doing something good. And Czar, thank you for your leadership. You are so missed. If you would like to help Czar's Promise and its mission, sign up for the inaugural Inspiring Hope Dog Walk. It's on Saturday, May 11th at Winnequa Park in Monona from 10 to 2. This is a family and dog-friendly event. For more information and to register, go to zarspromise.com. Now, if you know of a person, a business, or organization who's doing something good, please let me know. Fill out a nomination at channel3000.com/do-something-good.
What a wonderful organization.
Beautiful. What a beautiful dog, too. All of them.
Gorgeous. Sorry, it struck home for you.
Yeah, I did. Hey, try.
Are you okay? Oh, if it's close to home, it's okay, hon.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Well, take a look at this. Talk about a water hazard. I guess you could also say it was a birdie because technically it was. A bird of prey, that is, catching its dinner and then losing it right smack in the middle of the PGA Tour Valstar Championship event. It happened in Tampa, and while the bird went hungry, it appears the fish got a second chance when a spectator rushed it back to the safety of the pond.
Oh, wow. That guy. There's the hero.
There you go. That's the hero. Not for the bird.
No.
The bird's not too happy about it.
You shouldn't have dropped the fish.
Looks nice in Tampa.
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
Really
oh,
nice.
Sunny and warm.
It's definitely a little warmer than here.
But it's going to be, what, 60 tomorrow almost?
We're looking at 60, yes, for Wednesday. May come along with some rain overnight, though. That's the downside, of course, with spring systems. We get warm, and then we talk about showers. We'll look at your full forecast right after the break. I am definitely not ready for allergy season. Spring, though, of course, it is here for us, so we all probably should start getting ready for that. Hopefully a few more weeks at least. Now, 48 is what we hit for our high today. With sunshine outside, it was really nice and very spring-like this afternoon. We started the day a little colder than average, almost 20 degrees early this morning. But of course, once that sun came up, we really did have a nice morning for us, and our temperatures climbed quite a bit right away. Now, sunset isn't until 7:16, so you have plenty of time still this evening to get out and enjoy the sunshine. Our Doppler track is calm, and it's really going to stay calm as we look through the next few days. Our high pressure is now shifting east, sending our wind in a little different direction, coming from the south now, so that's warmer air moving in. That's why our temperatures were a little warmer today, and they're going to continue to stay warm as we head into tomorrow. The other thing, the reason we're going to be a little warmer by tomorrow, our next system starts to slide through for us. We're expecting a warm front to cross overhead, and it may bring just a few light showers for us late Wednesday night. Really won't impact your Wednesday afternoon. The warmer air will be more the focus for your Wednesday afternoon. In the last 24 hours, we've climbed about 5 degrees in Madison. Over Minneapolis, a 5-degree jump. Also, Eau Claire at about a 7-degree jump in the last 24 hours. So everyone's sitting in that similar boat, just being slightly more seasonal today. Southerly flow continues tonight. We have a a mostly clear sky. It'll be a little chilly as we head into tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow planning on some clouds building in. Variably cloudy throughout your Wednesday, and that chance, slight chance, especially along the state line for some showers overnight Wednesday and into early Thursday morning. Now for Thursday, we'll stay variably cloudy in southern Wisconsin, but if you do have to travel south for any reason, we might see some rainfall in Illinois and in Indiana for your Thursday. By Friday, we start to see those showers gradually creep right into our area. We have the chance for some rain showers, some scattered showers really developing in the afternoon. And then those showers will steadily transition, maybe completely changing on over to some light snow by early Saturday morning. Notice that mix line just kind of traveled right across southern Wisconsin for us. We may see some accumulation north of Madison, areas where it's going to be a little colder, but not likely going to see much, if any at all. Saturday, we have sunshine coming back in. Our breeze shifts, so it's more of a northwest flow for Saturday, so we're back on the other end. It'll be a little cooler for the weekend. Now, overnight, our temperatures are going to drop. We'll be close to 32 as we head into Wednesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, though, we're expecting temperatures to climb close to 60, some areas in the low 60s for our afternoon highs. It is going to be a little breezy outside as that front is approaching for us. By Thursday, variably cloudy again. A chance for showers heading into Thursday morning, but overall not expecting much during the day. And then by Friday, we have that scattered shower chance really developing in the afternoon. 32 for our overnight low in Madison, mostly clear and not nearly as cold. Our breeze will be about 6 to 12 miles per hour for us overnight. So enough in the morning that you'll notice it a little bit, but it won't be too windy outside early in the day. Can't say the same for the afternoon, though. It is going to be a little windy later on. A south-southwest breeze, about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Milder outside, though. With a high of 60, we don't have to talk about a wind chill. We just have to talk about how windy it's going to be for us. Temperatures stay a little up for Thursday also. Warmer air in place, and then we see a cool down. By Friday, we're back close to average. Unfortunately, we're back in the upper 40s, similar to today, temperature-wise, but we're expecting those shower chances again. A lot of it staying south, though. The shower chances linger into Saturday. Saturday is much cooler. And then into next week, we are expecting our temperatures to stay pretty seasonal. No more big drops or jumps for us in the forecast.
So lighter clothes, no big bulky sweaters. So you have to
Yeah.
wear.
Turn around.
You have to wear.
You look like a superhero. You've got your
Like my
microphone
mic
on the.
We didn't quite see it. You
No,
didn't-
keep turning.
Keep turning, keep going, keep going.
There you go.
I'm like a robot right now.
Between you and me, we're the bionic
Yes.
team here.
We're powered by batteries and metal currently.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, Dana.
And speaking of devices, a new device is giving comfort to newborns in intensive care and their parents.
Chris Martinez shows us how a pacifier that plays a lullaby is helping the sickest babies get stronger.
Pamela Younga never expected her son's life would begin here in the neonatal ICU. But after a rupture of the fetal membrane, Braxton Peter came into the world nearly 2 months early.
He is a total miracle. He was in my uterus for close to 5 weeks with no fluids.
Like many premature babies, Braxton Peters' reflexes to suck, swallow, and breathe are not fully developed. So therapists at UCLA Mattel's Children's Hospital are studying whether music can help babies like him grow stronger.
Music does so much for our premature infants and for their families.
Music therapist Jenna Ballard is researching a new device called the Pacifier Activated Lullaby, or PAL. It uses music as positive reinforcement to help premature infants improve reflexes. Parents write and record a special lullaby, which is then recorded in the PAL. The device links a pacifier to a small speaker that's placed next to the child.
When the infant sucks on the pacifier, it gently plays the song and then stops after the infant stops sucking.
Hearing their parents' voices is a big incentive for babies. Researchers say 70% of infants who use the PAL improved their use of a pacifier, which can lead to better ability to feed and shorter hospital stays.
He came from this to this.
Pamela says the device also helps her feel closer to her son, knowing he's being soothed and has less stress when she has to be away from him at work.
It's very calm and collected, yeah. His heart rate goes down, it's very steady.
She says the singing will continue when she finally takes her little boy home. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Santa Monica, California.
Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it?
It is.
About 380,000 babies are born premature each year in the U.S.
Sometimes technology does some real good,
Yeah.
some good stuff.
That's true.
Well, a rear view camera is a handy safety tool, but what if your car doesn't have a backup camera?
Consumer Reports reveals some aftermarket backup cameras that you can still install on your car. That's when Live at 4 continues. Here's a live look downtown. A little chilly on this Tuesday afternoon, but it's really going to feel like spring by tomorrow. Consumer Reports has long advocated for standards to address blind spots behind vehicles.
And in 2014, the Department of Transportation issued a rule that required backup cameras in all vehicles that weigh less than 10,000 pounds by May of 2018. But what if you have an older car? Consumer Reports reveals some aftermarket backup cameras you can install on your car to give you that added peace of mind. Here's Leah Lynchide.
A rear view camera is a handy safety tool. Evidence shows that rear view cameras help avoid accidents that involve backing into an object, or worse, a child invisible from a driver's seat. Research has shown cameras to be even more effective than sensors. But what if your car doesn't have a backup camera?
This is a wireless rear view camera that connects into your smartphone, and it does have actually a small battery in it, so this is a completely self-contained unit.
The wireless smartphone option costs anywhere between $22 and $100. Be sure to choose one that's compatible with your phone's operating system. Some dash cam sets have a screen that straps over your existing rearview mirror. In addition to being a mirror, it displays video from the rear camera. They cost from $40 to $200. And if your car has an infotainment screen but lacks a rearview camera, you can purchase an aftermarket retrofit for $50 to $600. Hardwiring a rearview camera takes some DIY skills and can be time-consuming. Consumer Reports suggests if you have any doubts, consider professional installation. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Lynchide.
And installation for hardwiring rearview cameras, retrofit kits range from $99 to $130.
To see if a used car you're considering buying already has a backup camera, you can check out Consumer Reports' website.
It's a great safety feature.
Oh, yeah.
You really get used to it, too. Well, still to come at 4, the forecast calls for 60 degrees tomorrow. Cue the spring fever.
If you're itching to start gardening, you might have a question or two for Lisa Briggs. There's Lisa. She'll join us live from the Roost Company to take your calls when we come back. 270-9933. Call now.
No major accidents to report, which is always a good thing. But as we look at the Beltline right now, we are seeing a few slowdowns, especially eastbound. Westbound doesn't look too bad. This is right at Rimrock. You can see, again, a few brake lights. People are moving, just moving a little slower than usual. As far as our speed limits right now along the East Beltline, slowing down a little bit once you get past 151, down to about 25 miles per hour. Around the Janesville area, all looks smooth. And then from 39 and 90 down south through Beloit should be a smooth drive. From Verona to the Beltline, about 16 minutes. A little slower than usual if you're heading eastbound from Springfield to University Avenue, though. That's a first look at your first alert traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Snow, snow, and more snow. Some homes in California's Sierra Mountains are encased in tunnels of snow, and forecasters say there could be more on the way. The packed powder is stacked up to second-story windows. They're going to be skiing in parts of California until June. Frozen walls stand more than 10 feet high in some places. It's a welcome sight for those on the slopes, of course, but for the residents, not so much.
That is a lot of snow. We thought we had it bad. Well, we're taking your plant and garden questions today.
The number to call is 270-9933. Let's see, we have 3 lines open if you want to give Lisa Briggs a call. There she is. She's standing by live at the Bruce Company. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. I don't want any more snow.
No, but there may be a little Friday night, but not like that.
No.
All right, we have some calls.
Yikes.
We have some calls for you, so we'll start with Donna in Sun Prairie. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
My question is, I have a large yard and I have a great big area that I let grow wild, like some of the weeds are 3 and 4 feet high. Now I want to get rid of them and plant grass, but how can I get rid of them? Like poison them all or cut them down or put a tarp over them? Just, I need some suggestions.
I
Get
think
rid
for
of all
something
those
that's
weeds.
that has gotten that bad, you're really going to need to use some chemical control. So you're going to use Roundup or one of those chemicals, and you're going to cut back the perennial weeds. Spread the Roundup right on the cut stems, and that should kill most of it. I would guess, though, that you're going to have to do it more than one time before you can put in some grass seed.
How long do you have to wait before you plant grass after the Roundup's in there?
It usually says about 10 days, so I'd give it 14.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you for calling today. Let's go to Angie in Jefferson. Hi, Angie. What's your question?
Hi. I moved into a house the end of November, and it has hydrangea bushes that were beautiful in winter because it had the big balls on it still and everything, and they're really tall, but I always cut back hydrangea in fall, and I don't know exactly how to cut these back or where I cut them back to or what do I do with them.
If these are the really tall ones, are their flower balls round like these, or are they more conically shaped?
Round.
Okay, so those you can cut right back to the ground. And if you
Even
didn't
now?
get it done in the fall because you were busy, you can do it in the spring. It's not a problem.
She can do it now if she wants.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I love hydrangea. They're so pretty.
Good luck. All right, let's go to Barb in Merrimack. Hi, Barb.
Hello.
Hi, what's your question?
Yeah, I love pampas grass, and I'd like to start growing it, but where do I start?
Well, pampas grass is considered an invasive species here, but you can do something called miscanthus or maiden grass, which looks really similar. It has those really frothy plumes of flowers. And we have varieties that'll be as tall as maybe 18 to 24 inches, and then some that'll get 8 feet high. So you're just going to want to wait until about mid to late May, and then we'll have those in the garden center.
But no pampas grass. That's an invasive species.
Not pampas grass. It's super invasive.
Good to know.
All right, let's go to Mira in Blue Mounds. Hi, Mira. What's your question?
I'm wondering, I love to burn in the spring and get everything looking fresh. Can I burn over the asparagus and raspberry area that hasn't come up quite yet?
You know, I would say that's better cutting that back than burning. Asparagus have not super deep root systems. They're more wide. And if you burn, I'm afraid you're going to damage the crowns of the plant, and then you won't get a crop.
Is that asparagus you have there?
This is an asparagus fern that Matt brought me. Not a real asparagus.
You're not going to eat that.
No, don't eat this.
All right, let's go to Mary in Madison. Hi, Mary.
Yeah, hi. My mom lives in one of the areas that was really badly flooded by river water back in September, October. And so I'm curious, is it safe for her to grow her vegetable garden in that soil?
Yeah, you might want to add some compost matter to sort of loosen it up. A lot of times when you have that much moisture, it'll compact the soil. So I would definitely work in some organic matter.
Okay, so just make sure you can work the soil and it should be okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we are out of time. If you're, well, we're not going to talk to you off the air. So
Time goes by so fast.
Thank you for calling, everyone. Lisa, thank you. Got a little spring fever going there? All right.
Thanks, Lisa. Great to see you.
We'll be right back. So we're just not going to look ahead to Friday night to Saturday.
No.
Just tomorrow.
Just tomorrow.
No, that's all we're going to look at.
That's all we're focusing on right now. So, of course, this evening, though, if you do have any plans, expecting a nice clear sky for us. Right now it is 48. This is our high for the day in Madison. It does feel a little cooler because it is a little breezy outside right now, coming from the southwest at about 9 miles per hour. Throughout southern Wisconsin, a very spring-like evening. Our breeze is going to steadily become a little more northerly by the end of your Wednesday, but throughout the day will be southerly, and that's going to help our temperatures climb quite a bit. So in the next few hours, again, if you have to hop out the door, you should be all fine. It feels like spring. A light jacket will be okay, but your Wednesday, close to 60, that'll be nice.
Open the windows, a little fresh air.
Yes.
Oh, that's going to feel so great.
It'll be great.
Thanks, Dana. And tomorrow here on Live at 4, spring is here, and it's time to get ready for the season.
Our fashion editor, Shayna Mace, will be here with all of the hot spring and summer fashions for you to check out. I'm not quite
What
sure
is she
what
doing?
that lady's doing. Taking a selfie? Oh, there you go.
Selfie.
She does look fashionable. That's coming up tomorrow. In today's Final Touch, we all know the price of a home in San Francisco is crazy expensive.
But how about a sky-high price for just an empty lot? The lot is only 25 feet wide and a little over 100 feet deep. It's covered in mature brush. It's